right, good afternoon. Good afternoon. It's like church, come on. Got a little participation here. All right, my name is Dave Pollock. I'm the current Scoutmaster of Troop 132. I have the distinct honor this afternoon to be Master of Ceremonies for this Eagle Court of Honor. On behalf of the leaders and committee members of Troop 132 and the families of both August Graham and David Korkevich, I would like you to welcome you to this Court of Honor for these young men and honor their achievement of attaining Scouting's highest rank, that of Eagle Scout. With the Honor Guard, please escort the two Eagle candidates to the stage. At this time, we call this Eagle Court of Honor to order. I'd like to ask Dominic Pollock to do the presentation of the colors.
Color Guard, attention! Will the audience please rise for the presentation of the colors? Color Guard, forward, march! Scout, salute or hand over heart. Ready, halt. Prepare to post the colors. Ready, post. Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. 2. Scout sign. Please join me in the Scout oath. On my honor, I will do my best to do my duty to guide my country, to obey the Scout law, to help other people at all times, to keep myself physically strong, mentally awake, and morally straight. Please join me in the Scout law. A Scout is trustworthy, loyal, helpful, friendly, courteous, kind, obedient, cheerful, thrifty, brave, clean, and reverent. 2. Color Guard, return to ranks. About face. Forward, march. The audience may take their seats. Color Guard, halt. Color Guard, dismissed.
I would now like to ask Chaplain's aide, Sam Williams, to please come to the stage. Sam, the invocation is yours.
Please remove all non-religious headgear and prepare yourself for grace. Heavenly Father, we thank you for this gathering of family and friends who have come together today to honor and celebrate the accomplishments of these young men in earning the highest rank in Scouting, that of Eagle. Father, we also ask your blessing on the Scouts families, Scout leaders, and fellow Scouts who have guided and supported them along the path to Eagle. Use this ceremony to inspire vision and to encourage others to follow in that Eagle path. Help us realize that becoming an Eagle Scout is not so much of a destination as a way of life. To help us to today to honor the institution of the Eagle Scout and all of that it represents. Raise our observance today to the heavens, where eagles fly. Amen.
Thank you, Sam. The Eagle Scout is the highest rank in Boy Scouting. The Trail of the Eagle is only achieved by only 4% of all the scouts who enter the scouting program. This itself is an accomplishment for these gentlemen. Dating back to 1962 for the history of this troop, then 135 and now 132, it's changed its names over the years, we've seen 125 Eagle Scouts advance to this rank. Today, we're going to make it 127. To earn the scout rank, the scout must do the following. He's got to progress through these ranks in the following order. The scout, where he learns what this Boy Scouting is all about. Tenderfoot, second class, first class, where these scouts focus on skills of what it takes to survive outdoors. And then into Star in Life, where they learn to be a leader and empower those below. And finally, to the highest rank of all, Eagle. They must also earn 21 merit badges. Some are of their choice, but there are some that are mandatory. They need to earn their first aid, citizenship in the community, in the nation, in the world, communications, environmental science, personal fitness, personal management, camping, life-saving, swimming, cooking, to a total of 21 in all. Now these gentlemen have earned far more than that. August has earned 37 merit badges in his scouting career, and David has earned 38. Furthermore, they have to serve at his leadership position for at least 6 months, and these two have served in multiple leadership positions during their time. It's the well-known requirement of when we think of Eagle Scout, the first thing anybody asks is, what's your Eagle project? These two, again, have taken hours of volunteer work and given it to, which would qualify for any religious, school, or community organization, and donated their time and organized the time of others to complete such a project. They've taken part in a Scoutmaster Conference, and they've successfully completed their Eagle Border Review. At this time, on behalf of each candidate, I'd like two gentlemen to speak. The first is Mr. Angelo Petratus on behalf of August Graham. Mr. Petratus.
Hello, I'm honored that August Graham asked me to introduce him for the Eagle Scout Court of Honor. I've known August since he joined the troop in 2014 as a 5th grader. And as typical 5th graders, with all his other scouts, they're all scared, overwhelmed, goofy, loud, some might say obnoxious. August, however, was welcoming and encouraging to all the scouts that crossed over, not only in his first year, but in all the years that followed. Through my 7+ years of knowing August, I've been his assistant scoutmaster, and co-scoutmaster. I've seen him grow from that loud, goofy 11-year-old into a mature young man. He has grown from the scout who he had to constantly remind to help to do things, to a gentleman who would look for situations and experiences and provide assistance for those that need it. One who grasped the leadership role and excelled at guiding the younger scouts in achieving their goals. It's become apparent that August has grown through the scouting experience, and he's learned a great deal from Boy Scouts. He's learned and now exhibits the qualities of leadership of an Eagle Scout and follows the Scout law on a regular basis. I won't do all the Scout laws, but trustworthy, I've never known him to lie. He's always been a man of his word. If he says he's going to do it, he follows through. He's helpful. He volunteers regularly, whether it's asked or he just sees the need. Brave. He's never shown fear on any of the outings. He's faced all the challenges straight on with a smile on his face, which ties into cheerful. August has earned the Climbing Merit Badge on March 19th on his first Boy Scout outing. He went on to earn his first 2 Eagle Scout Merit Badges that summer at Napawang. He continued to earn 34 more for a total of 37, encompassing everything from nuclear science, medicine, and engineering to motorboating, fly fishing, and basketry. He utilized the opportunities presented to try various skills, careers, and hobbies. August is extremely friendly and outgoing young man that is respected and helpful. He proved his leadership skills through his role of the senior patrol leader and solidified his capabilities with his Eagle Scout project, where he replaced the playground at Martha and Mary Lutheran Church. He undoubtedly is the epitome of an Eagle Scout. Without further ado, I introduce August R. Graham, one of Troop 132's newest Eagle Scouts.
Mr. Andy Graham, if I could have you come forward and say a few words about David Parkevich.
I'd like to extend thanks to everyone attending today in order to honor our newest Eagle Scouts. According to the Boy Scouts of America Troop Program Resources website page, this is the point of the ceremony where I am to provide a, quote, lighthearted presentation regarding the honoree, unquote. And so I will do my best to provide some thoughts on one of our newest Eagle Scouts, David Parkevich. And I have a lot to say. I feel like I know David fairly well, and I'm going to prove it. Korkevich. K-O-R-A-K-I-E-W-I-C-Z. Korkevich. Side note, Mr. Petrados obviously got off easy today in the name department. David started in Troop 132 in March 2014, which at the time was led by Scoutmaster Ed Chichanowski. I'd like to note that I will not be spelling Chichanowski today. At the time, I was a low-level novice assistant Scoutmaster, but was tasked with helping this new crop of young Scouts get their footing and advance through the early ranks. Despite never participating in Cub Scouts, David proved himself more than capable at the time. By summer camp that first year, he had already earned the ranks of Scout and Tenderfoot. And by 2016, had advanced all the way to the rank of Star. So at this point, I'd like to diverge from talking about David's rapid and efficient advancement through the Scout ranks to mention a few things I noticed about David along the way. Number one, David is a fashion-forward type of Scout. You know you're in the presence of fashion greatness when someone wears something you wouldn't be caught dead in, but somehow they manage to pull it off. In this case, it was a pink bucket hat, covered in images of Minnie Mouse. That, in addition to being a stunning piece of couture, was at least 2 sizes small for David's head. I think that hat was stapled to his head all summer. David was definitely easy to keep track of in the woods that year. I guess a good Scout always makes an impression any way they can. Number 2, there's only 3, so I could go on. Mealtime. Troop 132 has, what I think, is a wonderful tradition of having the Scouts prepare all the meals, and the adult leaders are first in line when those meals are ready to be served. David was very serious about mealtime. If he ever saw any part of meal preparation going sideways, he'd never hesitate to jump right in and get things back on track. We never had a bad meal when David was around. Once I realized this about David, I knew this kid might be going places. 3, camping gear. One of the first things I remembered about David was from those first summer camps, was how organized he was. One day I needed some paperwork from him, so I stood by his tent while he rifled through his gear looking for it. And I noticed that all his clothing was neatly folded, placed and categorized inside of large clear plastic bags. I was actually a little bit envious. It was only years later that after I relayed that story to my wife Heidi, who by this time was an experienced scouting mom herself, did she reply, "Oh, I'll bet David's mom packed all that." Moral of the story, kids, be nice to your mom. She not only has the power to positively influence your reputation in scouting, but also in life. Getting back to David's rapid ascension to the rank of Eagle, in 2017 he was elected by popular vote of the troop to the position of Senior Patrol Leader, or SPL. In thinking about my comments today, I realized that I cannot recall one single Troop 132 SPL that did not achieve the rank of Eagle Scout. I feel strongly that the position of SPL teaches the responsibility and leadership requirements necessary to successfully complete an Eagle Scout service project. David did an outstanding job as SPL. He would call to arrange meetings at off-site locations, and when needed, he would prepare the troop for presentations like Cub Scout recruiting nights. And what I like most of all, he'd take notes. He'd actually write down the things I would say as Scoutmaster during our planning sessions. And later, when I go off on a mental tangent and lose track of time, remind me of all that stuff I said in the planning meeting. So in 2017, everything was in place for David to complete the requirements for Eagle by the end of the year. Then the rest of 2017 passed. 2018 rolled around, passed by. 2019 was passing by. No word from David. I think every scout leader has heard me say this 1,000 times. Try to get your Eagle Scout done as early as you can in high school because of the extra priorities that seem to pop up in your later high school years. Jobs, cars, schoolwork, extracurriculars, etc. The longer you wait, the less likely you are to get it done. Later in 2019, David achieved the rank of Life Scout. Sigh of relief. I think scouts are not fully aware of just how much us adult leaders are silently rooting for every single one of them to achieve the rank of Eagle. But the very nature of the award requires the scouts to be self-motivated and put in the work on their own accord. The leaders are there to help and give the occasional push. Sometime in 2020, following an application of that aforementioned push from his fellow scouts and leaders, David got serious about the stretch run to earning his Eagle. And I'm not saying that he waited a little long to do this, but when you pick the last day of the year where it's warm enough for your paint to dry, you might have put your back against the wall. But David got it done. His project was to repair and paint the porch at a local women's shelter. Well, in the beginning, it was just a pain. But like many projects in life, David uncovered some adversity under that old layer of peeling paint in the form of rotted wood. But having staffed the project with the proper amount of time and manpower to account for unforeseen variables such as that, it was just a bump in the road for David's project. In a few short weeks, David is set to report to Army Basic Training to begin his journey in pursuit of the Army Military Occupational Specialty of Satellite Communications as a member of the Signal Corps. Standing here before you, I have no doubt that the qualities David exhibited on his path to Eagle will greatly help him along his new career. I hope David looks back on his time in scouting and remembers the good times, the good friends, and the good deeds he did, all while in pursuit of a higher goal, attaining Eagle Scout, which I am proud to say he has successfully accomplished. Congratulations, David.
Thank you, Mr. Graham. Now, it's time to affirm what these gentlemen have learned. I'd like to invite Mr. Andy Williams, Eagle Scout Andy Williams, to the stage, who is their assistant scoutmaster at Troop 132 and has been so for the last 3 years. He will now lead them in the Eagle Charge. Mr. Williams.
David and August, I have the honor of giving you the Eagle Scout Charter. The Boy Scouts of the world constitute one of the most wholesome and significant movements in history, and you, August and David, have been counted worthy of the highest rank in its membership. All who know you rejoice in your achievement. Your position, as you well know, is one of honor and responsibility. As an Eagle Scout, you have assumed a solemn obligation to do your duty to God, to country, to your fellow Scouts, and to humankind in general. This is a great undertaking. As you live up to your obligations, you bring honor to yourself and to your brother Scouts. If you fail, you bring down the good name of all true and worthy Scouts. Your responsibility goes beyond your fellow Scouts, to your country and your God. America has many good things to give you and your children after you, but these good things depend on the qualities she instills in her citizens. You are prepared to help America in all that she needs most. She has a great past, and you are here to make her future greater. David and August, I charge you to undertake your citizenship with solemn dedication. Be a leader, but lead only toward the best. Lift up every task you do and every office you hold to the highest level of service to God and to your fellow man and woman. So live and serve that those who know you will be inspired to finer living. We have too many who use their strength and their intellect to exploit others for selfish gains. I charge you to be among those who dedicate their skills and ability to the common good. Build America on the solid foundation of clean living, honest work, and unselfish citizenship and reverence for God. Whatever others may do, you will leave behind you a record of which every other Scout may be justly proud. And now I'd like all Eagle Scouts in the audience to please rise at this time. If you could please rise, please rise. David and August, please rise. I would like for all of us here to rededicate ourselves by repeating the Eagle Scout promise with August and David, our newest Eagle Scouts. And you'll actually find the Eagle Promise in the back of the program. So let's all please make the Scout sign and repeat after me. I reaffirm my allegiance
I reaffirm my allegiance
to the three promises of the Scout Oath.
to the three promises of the Scout Oath.
I thoughtfully recognize
I thoughtfully recognize
and take upon myself
and take upon myself
the obligations and responsibilities
the obligations and responsibilities
of an Eagle Scout.
of an Eagle Scout.
On my honor, I will do my best
On my honor, I will do my best
to make my training and example,
to make my training an example,
my rank and my influence,
my rank and my influence
count strongly for better scouting
count strongly for better scouting
and for better citizenship
and for better citizenship
in my troop,
in my troop,
in my community,
in my community,
and in my contacts with other people.
and in my contacts with other people.
To this, I pledge my sacred honor.
To this, I pledge my sacred honor.
2. Thank you, and please be seated. I'll take that too, please.
would like to ask Mr. Mike Ryan of the Northwest Suburban Detachment Number 80 of the Marine Corps League to come up to the stage for a special presentation.
Well, I am Mike Ryan, and I'm here representing the Marine Corps League, number 80, here in Arlington Heights. I want to thank Troop 132 for inviting our Marine Corps League here to honor our new Eagle Scouts, August and David. And I am both proud and honored to be here myself for such a prestigious and memorable ceremony. But before I go further, I have to put a pitch in for our Marine Corps League detachment itself. We're always looking for new members, and if there's anybody present that is current or former Marine, or anybody that would be interested in possibly joining or getting more information about our detachment and the things that we do, I would be glad to give you a brochure that I have here with me. And one more thing, I usually tell a little story before I get into the actual mechanics here, and it's usually religious oriented. Because we normally have the Eagle Courts in a church setting such as this. And this story is loosely religious related in that it takes place in a church cemetery in the south of Ireland. And the setting is, there's an older fella with a wool suit standing beside a gravestone, and he was heard to say, "Why did you die? Why did you have to die? Me life before was so perfect. I'd wake up every morning, a smile on my face, looking forward to the day. I was so happy. Then everything went black. Now, me life is hell. I sometimes wish I were dead myself. Why did you die? Why did you have to die?" Well, there were two guys walking through the cemetery, and one of them came up to the fella and he said, "Hi, mate. Who was it? Your wife?" He says, "Nah, me wife's first husband." Okay, with that, we will proceed as scheduled here. So, August and David, on behalf of the Commandant of the Marine Corps League Northwest Suburban Detachment, we offer his sincere congratulations on your tremendous achievement in attaining the rank of Eagle Scout. You are a member of a select group of Scouts who, through their exemplary leadership and service to others, have made a difference in their communities and in our nation. Many Eagle Scouts have attained positions of great responsibility in business and government and education. I am certain that Scouting played a major role in developing them as great citizens and leaders. The requirements for attaining the highest rank in Scouting are particularly demanding. This achievement is a result of many years of commitment and hard work, and is a testament to your perseverance, strength of character, and sense of duty to your community. You have proven yourselves to be young men of exceptional maturity and sense of vision, and you have earned a nationally recognized title for which you can be very proud. Eagle Scouts and Marines share a common bond in the principles and ideals that we uphold. Each of our great institutions is built upon such values as honor, moral and physical character, courage, duty to God, country, selflessness, and a commitment to something that is greater than the individual. Let these principles continue to guide you throughout life, and you can accomplish anything. Eagle Scout is a title that is earned and not given, and one that cannot be bought or sold. It is yours forever. Now, August and David, at this time we normally present a certificate from the Commandant of the Marine Corps, but under the current circumstances here, that'll have to come at a later date. We do, however, have a certificate for both of you from the Commandant of our Marine Corps League, so please come forward. So August and David, this is a presentation of the Distinguished Citizen Award presented to each of you in Troop 132 on behalf of Michael Hutner, who is our Commandant of our Marine Corps League here in Arlington Heights. So August and David. We got the right one. Okay. Okay, now I have another a special presentation to make. I want to tell you a little bit about the history of the Marine Corps K-Bar knife. Aside from his rifle, the most prized and valued possession a Marine might have is a knife. Every Marine finds a knife to be absolutely necessary in the field for many tasks that he is constantly challenged with. First carried by Marines in the Pacific during World War II, these particular knives have earned a respected place in the United States Marine Corps. So August and David, the Northwest Suburban Detachment of the Marine Corps League, takes great pleasure in presenting to each of you this U.S. Marine Corps K-Bar knife on behalf of your parents. So if you'll come forward, I present you each with a knife, and hang on, because not only are they very sharp, but we're going to use them in our next part of our ceremony here, which is the cake cutting ceremony. Little history on that. On November 10th, 1775, the Continental Marine Corps, by an act of Congress, came into existence. On that day, Marines all over the world gathered together to celebrate our anniversary. At each of these celebrations, a cake is presented, and a piece is cut by the commanding officer with his ceremonial sword. This piece is then passed to the oldest Marine present, who takes a bite, and then passes it to the youngest Marine present, who also takes a bite. This symbolizes the passing of knowledge and wisdom from the eldest to the youngest. Our detachment would like to continue this tradition for Eagle Scouts August and David and your troop. So at this time, I would like to ask the most senior Eagle Scout President, Andrew Graham, to step forward, as well as our youngest Scout, Pascal Norton. Okay, normally we're gonna change things around a little bit. Normally we would ask the scout to cut a piece of cake and give it to the oldest scout to take a bite and then pass it on to the youngest. But I think in light of our conditions here, I think what we're going to do is ask each of our new Eagles to take their K-bar and cut one piece of cake each and put it on a plate, and then we'll ask Andrew to take a bite of his cake, and then you can pass the other piece on to Pascal, and he will do the same thing, and that will signify the passing of knowledge and wisdom from the eldest to the youngest. So if you guys would proceed. Is this something you learned in scouting?
Okay, hang on. Got it.
Okay, Andrew?
Alright, that good senior citizen.
David, if you could then pass the other piece on to
Mr. Pascal.
oh, Pascal, one thing I forgot to mention, you have to eat the rest of the cake. Okay. I knew you would. Okay. On the day of your Court of Honor, you reaffirmed your pledge to the Scout Oath, assumed the responsibilities of an Eagle Scout, and most of all, are now about to celebrate your great accomplishments with your family and fellow Scouts. We are pleased to have shared this day with you and have seen you claim the title Eagle Scout. The Northwest Suburban Detachment of the Marine Corps League congratulates you on this accomplishment. Thank you very much.
Mr. Ryan, thank you. Pascal, you look smarter already. May I please have our honor guard, Dominic Pollock and David Petratus, please come up and escort our parents to the stage. These candidates. Come all the way up. You're sitting up front. Gentlemen, if you stand up, push your chairs to the side, please. Thank you, Honor Guard. Scout, parent. Whatever. All right, your parents have been undoubtedly a source of your accomplishments, your strengths, and no one could ever know the unnumbered amount of acts that your parents have provided you to get to this place. However, there's always the sacrifice of your mothers. They're the ones who really got you here, and that I know. All right, so I'd like you to, moms, behind you, I'd like you to take their Eagle medal and pin it on their left breast pocket. So if you They're tricky. I'm telling you, they're tricky. they don't have anybody else to it. That's always the moms. Gentlemen, behind you as well, I'd ask you to get the pin for your mother. I'd like you to pin it on your mother, showing your love, support, and dedication to get you to this point. All right, we're not done yet. Moms, you got the neckerchief there. Please remove their slides, take off their old neckerchief, and present them with their Eagle Scout neckerchief. Gentlemen, 2 steps forward. It is with great honor and distinction that I present you with our newest Eagle Scouts, David Korkevich and August Graham. Parents, if you'd like to take a seat. I'd like to turn the microphone over to both David and August for a few words.
Hello, I'd like to thank everybody who helped me get my Eagle Scout, my parents, Craig and Debbie, everybody else in our troop, all my friends who came and helped me, and yeah, I don't think there's much else I can say other than thank you so much. I can never really express my full thanks.
I would like to start off by thanking everyone who came here to show support for me and August, and thank you for helping with my Eagle Scout project through all the steps. And lastly, I cannot stress this enough, for any of the younger Scouts here, please try to earn Eagle Scout. It has been a journey of a lifetime for right now, and it's been an amazing experience every step of the way. And I can't stress that enough, to try to earn Eagle Scout, push yourself, for new experiences and try new things.
Dominic?
Color guard, attention! Will the audience please rise for the retirement of the colors? Color guard, forward, march! Ready, halt. Prepare to retrieve the colors. Scout salute or hand over heart. Ready, retrieve the colors. Return to ranks. About face. Forward, march. Ready, 2. Color guard, halt. The audience may take their seats. Color guard, dismissed.
Just like to take a moment and thank you for all coming tonight. Thank you for your time and participating with this. And I know everybody that's here has also helped these two gentlemen succeed in this great achievement of theirs. So thank you very much for your time. I now declare this Eagle Court of Honor closed.
So we're going to take some pictures, and then everyone is welcome back to our house for Super Dogs and Capanaris. So if you let them